All right, so I'm leaving the Burns Honda dealer. Welcome back yet again. I got some good information. I got one of their maintenance brochures, and I wanted to share that with you. And I'm going to title this, Are You Overpaying for Maintenance at the Honda Dealership? And are you getting the right maintenance being advised? I'm going to tell you this, that I have a customer there with a Volkswagen getting an oil change, that he bought a new Lexus, or a new Toyota. I think it's a Lexus. They traded in a 170,000 mile Lexus that didn't burn any oil, that the transmission was starting to act up a little bit, for a new one. And I said, dude, all the driving your wife does, that you'd be better off putting a trans in this car and driving it for 300,000 miles, knowing the financial situation to them is that it's really not ideal in your 60s and your 70s, or in your 70s, to be choking down a car payment every month. Car's nearing 40,000 miles, and I haven't seen the car yet because it's not on a warranty. I said, hey, Al. I said, how's that new Toyota and Lexus? He said, it's great. I said, I hope you're not changing that oil every 10,000 miles like they recommend. He said, you know? And I said, I know. You know what? I said, you know that you're going to need an engine for oil consumption? He said, I talked to one of the dealer guys, one of the dealer mechanics one time I was out there, and he said, hey, what's the deal with the 10K oil changes? He says, I wouldn't be doing 10,000 mile oil changes on your car. You're going to wind up with oil consumption. So I said, yeah. I said I would tell her no later than 5, because I had you on the 3 to 5 with your older Lexus, and we got it to near 170,000 miles. And the transmission was just starting to act up a little bit, but nothing crazy. He said, hey, can you do the 60K service on it? I said, yeah, no problem. What are you going to charge me? It's going to be less than Toyota. I said, but if you've been doing 10K oil changes, you're going to be buying her another car, and you don't want to be doing that. And he said, no, I know. I said, you shouldn't have did it to begin with. You should have just put a trans in it and drove it for 300,000 miles. Because the interior of the car was beautiful. The body work on it was done from an accident not that long ago. Excuse me. We're not just saying Burns Honda is the bad guy. We're going to just say, are you overpaying for maintenance? So I'm going to just fold this over. It's like living out of your car. Does that show up well there? I might have to flip it. Let me flip it. Oh, excuse me. Maintenance minder menu. Code description, AB. Change oil. Filter. I can't even read that. Ah, an oil change. $90 for your Honda oil change. They're recommended between 4,000 and 8,000 miles. That's a wide spread. That's actually pretty close to market price. Rotate your tires, $40. Not a bad price, depending on the vehicle. We're pretty close to that too. Change engine, air and cabin filter, $325. Change cabin air and engine filter, $325 at the Honda dealership. So can you save money, not only with me, but at other shops? Possibly. I'm sorry, that wasn't $325. That was $135. That's not really too bad either. Rachel does a package price for those, and some are a little bit costly. Change transmission fluid, change transfer case fluid, Honda Pilot, Ridgeline, and Cross Tour. How about that? So certain vehicles. $275 to $400, $30 to $50K. Man, that's a wide window there too. And you know how little those transfer cases, differentials, are on these newer Hondas for generations. So that's a bad time. So I say the time frame for the spread for their maintenance and mileage is definitely not good. Change spark plugs, adjust valves, call for a price. You know that's a whacking. If you have to call for a price, you're probably not getting it done. Replace engine coolant, $250. It's a little high. 90,000 miles. Ask anybody who makes antifreeze today. They're gonna tell you that's really a long time for antifreeze to be in your system, not rotated out. So that's engine coolant. I know this is a rough video. Replace rear differential fluid. What was the other one? Oh, so it's a Cross Tour in Ridgeline and Pilot. So now you're going to get replace rear differential fluid at $200. Or actually a little less for Hondas and Acuras for that too. Brake fluid exchange or brake fluid flush, $210. That's a little high too. But their time frame is pretty good. 3 years. So I agree with some of it, but a lot of it's on the high scale for expected interval. It's a little crazy. Then we move over to additional maintenance recommended services. $165 alignment. That's not bad. $165. It should be done once a year. There you go. So they agree. 12,000 miles, which is basically once a year driving for most people. I know this is a rough video, but stay with me, Honda people, and anyone. And all this is basically a general rule for every manufacturer. Four-wheel alignment, $165. Not bad. Fuel system service, air induction, and top end cleaning with fuel system cleaner, $250. We have a better price than that. Headlight restoration, we have a better price than that. State inspection, we do not do. Havoc cleaning and disinfectant service, we do that too, and we're way better priced than $85. Wiper inserts, you see how they get you? What vehicles today take wiper inserts? 1706. 1980s and 90s, maybe possible Hondas, but not anymore. It's Euroblade all the way. When should you come in for service? A bunch of other shit there. Interesting. I just got this for Rachel just so she can see what's going on. Are you overpaying for service and maintenance at your dealership? At Honda, you are, and the time frame for service intervals, in my opinion, is way out of reality. So you can save a substantial amount going to your mom and pop and your private shops like these. But I just want to align myself with what their pricing is. We still have way more value, and our labor rate is definitely better. And then Honda gave me a nice carrying bag for that dealer catalytic converter for this Honda. And the parts guy was like, dude, it's so nice that you bring the core. I said, I see you guys all the time. I said, but I don't want to have you chasing me for a core or me having to pay for a core. So I just make the guys take it off when I bring it. It makes everything easier. But yeah, I don't follow their maintenance recommendations. Same thing with Toyota. There used to be a time that they cared about maintenance to keep you in your car, keeping the service departments fed with maintenance because it's not free. Now corporate greed and poor engineering and poor maintenance practices have you buying a new car sooner. Because who wants to put a quart of oil or 2 quarts of oil in their 3-year-old car or 4-year-old car that's out of warranty that still smells like it's new? Nobody. You know how it all happened? Because you were at the dealership listening to their nonsense about changing your oil every 10,000 miles or 20,000 miles. And I can imagine, I don't understand why there's so many people screaming and carrying on with lines at the dealership. Like, well, I come here for all my oil changes. Why is my head gasket bad? Or why Why am I consuming oil and antifreeze? Why? A line of whys. And then I can tell you why I'm not buying another Ford, Honda, or whatever. That's, you know, sorry, sir, it's out of warranty. Sorry, sir, it's out of warranty. I know you've been coming here and we've been advising your repairs and maintenance. But why? But why? Crazy. All they care about is your credit score. How much weight your credit card can take. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.